Verlede Tyd dealing with conjunctions. Sometimes they give you a longer sentence and there's actually a conjunction in the middle of the sentence. If we look at our three examples here. Ek is vreeslik moeg en ek moet nog leer. You have to see the en. Die honde blaf omdat hulle iets in die straat hoor. The dogs are barking because they hear something in the street. Omdat, very popular conjunction. And number 3 there, ons hoor die postman fluit terwyl hy verby ry. Now, to get this right, you need to divide your sentence into two parts. Like this. So, in our first example, ek is vreeslik moeg. You want to look at that part first and get that changed over into the past tense. Some people feel that if you change only the one side and leave the rest, the sentence is in past tense. I think in some contexts it can be, but most schools I think opt for changing both sides, just changing both sides to the past tense just to be safe. It certainly won't be wrong if you change both sides. So they'll start you off with a time word like gister, yesterday. If they say yesterday, then you must know, okay, they want past tense. So knowing what they want is half the battle won here. Sometimes it's hard to tell what they want. If they might not necessarily tell you, you are now dealing with past tense. You must just be able to tell by the word gister that they want past tense, yesterday. Something that happened yesterday is in the past. Ek is vreeslik moeg. Okay, so let's just do that part first. This is not too bad. The is, we know, just flips to was, like we learned earlier. Ek is vreeslik moeg gister. Now, starting with time, now you need a verb. Verb always second, so your was comes second. Now your subject. Don't go gister, ek was. That's wrong. It's a common mistake for English second language speakers, because in English we say yesterday I was tired, and that's correct sentence order. In Afrikaans it isn't. You need, whatever you start with, verb is next. Time, was. Gister was ek vreeslik moeg. Okay, put your N in there. Now let's look at the second part. Ek moet nog leer. Ek moet, you spot the helping verb. The helping verb just flips over to moes, en ek moes nog leer. I was very tired and I still had to study. The last thing you need to check for now is what group this conjunction is in. Because as you know, the verb one after a conjunction will be affected depending on which group that conjunction is in. N is in group 1. So for N, you know there's going to be no change in the word order. Moes is your verb 1. It's subject verb. It can stay where it is. And in fact, then that sentence will be correct as it is. Alright, so obviously it won't always be a group 1. They will often use group 2. Group 3 is of course the hardest. It's always harder when you're moving a verb to the end. When you're moving it to beginning, it's easy. There's nothing that can stop it from sitting next to it. Okay, second example. Die honde blaf omdat hulle iets in die straat hoor. The dogs are barking because they hear something in the street. Gisteraand, last night. Now that tells you you are dealing with past tense. Do the first part first. Do spot the conjunction, omdat, and then split your sentence in two. Die honde blaf. Gisteraand het die honde geblaf. Just a basic het and ge sentence. Put your conjunction in. Don't forget about it though. Now, hulle iets in die straat hoor. How do you change that to the past tense? Well, there's your verb 1. It's sitting at the end there. Because that's a group 3 conjunction. It pushed word to the end. There's only one verb in that sentence. So you want to be using het and ge. Now, het will now be your verb 1. And het is going to sit at the end of this sentence because of the omdat. Okay, hope you're following. It's quite tricky. Hulle iets in die straat. Ge on your verb to and a het there. Normally the het would sit over there. Okay, hulle het iets in die straat gehoor. But now the het can't be there because omdat is a group 3 conjunction. So the het has to move to the end of the sentence. Okay, so change the first part, change the second part. The last thing you check is, where is my verb 1? Is it in the right place? Because of omdat here, your het has to be at the end of the sentence. Okay, last example, just very quickly. Ons hoor die postman fluit terwyl hy verby ry verlede jaar. We hear the postman whistling. Now, in this first part here, if we have a look there, split your sentence in two. Verlede jaar het. Now, there's a verb and there's another verb at the end of your sentence. Do you see it? Fluit. So, hoor cannot move over the top of fluit. And hoor will not get a ge. Verlede jaar het ons die postman hoor fluit. Terwyl. Okay, so there's your conjunction. Hy verby ry. Ry is sitting, there's your verb 1. It's sitting at the end because terwyl is group 3. So there's only one verb there, so we need a het and a ge. The het, though, is going to be at the end of your sentence because of the group 3 conjunction terwyl. Terwyl hy verby gery and het at the end. Again, normally your het would be there. A het can't be there because of terwyl. It needs to shift to the end. So that's the thinking process behind this rule. It's a harder rule. It's definitely, you'll start seeing this grade 10. Some schools will do it in grade 9 already. I think it's a bit early, but nonetheless, it's doable. Especially if you look at the books, there are lots of exercises there, answers at the back, which helps. You can just work through the book yourself. You don't necessarily need someone to explain it to you, but it'll probably be good to sit up and listen when you do this in class. Cool, I hope that helps. We'll move on to the next rule. Bye-bye.